Hey everybody, welcome back to part 2 of how to make a Holden. Part 1 we drilled a hole, we cut out the basic shape and then used a Dremel to just kind of smooth it out. Today in part 2 is going to be the easy stuff, what I consider the calm meditative stuff, sanding by hand, which a lot of woodworkers find really boring, but I find it really kind of calming. So it's just going to be a lot of that, and then we're going to put some finish on this and this guy will be done. So without further ado, let's get to sanding. So I already did 120. I sanded the whole thing already with 120 and I thought I was filming. Turns out I wasn't. So sorry you missed that, but I will film. I'll make sure I'm filming the rest of these. So I'm gonna go through 150 and then I'm gonna move on to 220. And then I'm gonna finish it up with 320. So that'll make it nice and glassy smooth, I guess. Glassy? I don't know, whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna put on my mask and my glasses and get to this. $2.20 time. And now, 320. Very fine. Okay, I think we're done there. I'm really happy with this. I think it looks really nice. There's some imperfections on here, but I don't care because it's handmade. I don't leave them on purpose, but I don't freak out if they're there. You know what I mean? So now this sits perfectly. I don't have a book to demonstrate, but the other thing I was going to demonstrate is how I burn my initials on here, or my logo. So I'll get that set up and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have what is called a pyrography pen, which is a fancy term for a stick that gets super hot. And you can put all these different attachments in it. I just use this straight bit because my logo is very straight lines, so this helps with that. So I'm going to plug this in. And you can adjust the heat here, and I go pretty high just so it goes quick. I'll get this heated up and I'll come back and show you. Okay, so I've got the pen heating up. I usually put my logo like on the side here, so as you're holding it, you can actually see my logo. It's weird, I know. I've also put them on the face. You can put them wherever you want. I'm gonna pick. Yeah, I'm gonna do it here. So I just freehand this as just kind of a quick guide, and I'm terrible at drawing, so okay. And there, I don't know if you can see that, but I just kind of drew my logo in there real quick. So once this heats up, I'll come back and I'll show you that process. So while this is heating up, I'm also just gonna wipe the Holden clean You could use a tack cloth for this. It's probably better to use tack cloths. I don't have any right now, so I'm just using a rag to kind of get all the sawdust off. This will also help you see if the cloth gets caught anywhere. That'll tell you maybe you're not done sanding after all. All right, I think we might be ready. Let me test this. Okay, so first I'm gonna test on this scrap piece just to see if we're good to go. Oh, we might be. Yep, I think we're good to go. Ooh, it smells so good. All right. You go. My logo's fairly simple. And I did that on purpose because I'm not very good at drawing. And like I said, this is by far the most nerve-wracking part for me. Ta-da! Not bad. Woodbeard. It's a W. And it's a B. Oh, clever. Anyways, that's it. So I'm going to turn this off and let it cool down. And then we can do some finishing. Okay, so I'm going to be using Minwax Wipe-On Poly. Goes on really thin. I don't like super glossy or thick finishes. I like it to still look as natural as possible while still protecting it a bit. So I think the Wipe-On Poly is the best for this. You just simply douse, or not douse, but like pour a little bit onto a cloth, rub it in, and then I've got this nail board. So I just kind of sit it here. So it's up off the ground, it can dry, and it's only touching like 3 little nail spots, so you don't really notice it in the end. So let's do this. Shake this up first. So this is shaking up. Take my cloth. Get some on there. Just start rubbing it down. Oh. And that's it. That's the whole process. So I'm going to let this dry for about an hour or two. Come back down, do a second coat. I do a light sanding with 320 again, really light, and then apply a second coat. And usually that's about it. That's all it needs. Sometimes I'll do a third, depending on how it looks. All right, so the first coat of Wipe-On Poly is on, and all I'm going to do now is take some 320 and just very lightly sand the finish down. Gets any weird imperfections out. If there's any dust or anything that landed on it. It knocks down the shine a bit too. I like to have it not be shiny, as I've said before. So you just do that really lightly and get inside. And then we do another coat, and that'll be it for this one. I'm really happy with how this is looking so far. So I can do one more coat and then it'll be done. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. And if you want to see more of these, let me know.